Church Planting Essentials is an intensive 2-day training on how to plant a new church. It's custom designed to equip church planters with the techniques and the biblical foundations for church planting. The training itself is based on the 12 biblical principles of church planting right from the scriptures. We know that when God plants a church, there are 12 principles that unfold and happen. We learn that from the church planting ministry of Paul and from other planted churches in the New Testament, all from scripture. And beyond that, the church planters are immersed in the 4 phases of a church plant. Phase 1 is from God to the planter, and that involves God's call of the church planter as an apostolic entrepreneur to a mission field, and then also the embrace of God's vision of what God is calling forth in terms of the new church plant. And it's important for the planter to see not his own vision, but God's vision. The second phase is from the planter to the team. And here the planter receives training in the recruitment of a staff mission team, because new churches are planted effectively by teams, not by individual solo church planters or lone rangers, we call them, but by teams. And then also the launch team. And the launch team are men and women that stand shoulder to shoulder with the church planter and do whatever it takes for the new church to be planted. And then the third phase is from the team to the church. And this is where the planters are trained in development of intentional discipleship of new converts, so that they are functionally mature and little Christ's disciples, mature in faith and in action and in deed. And then the final phase is from the church to the world. And as Jesus said in Acts 1:8, we're to be witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. This final phase from the church to the world involves 2 things. It involves new church reproduction. In other words, we plant new churches that plant new churches that plant new churches. So the new church plant is trained in mobilizing new church development early in a few years after its planting, and then secondly, intentional engagement in the global mission field. That may involve mission trips, but in some way actively supporting church planting in the world mission field as well. With all kinds of strategies and insights and scriptural learnings, it's a very empowering, motivating 2-day training for new church planters, and it's very practical how to plant a new church.